Hi guys, this is Chef Kunal Kapur for Social Kandura.
Hey guys, hello and welcome to Social Kandura. My name is Gaurav. Chef Kunal Kapur has been a renowned name in the Indian industry, where we've got to see some of his exquisite creations. He's opened his first restaurant in Dubai called as Pincode Dubai, and today he's opening up his second place here in Abu Dhabi, which also goes by the name of Pincode. Today we had the exclusive access where we got to sit down with the chef, talk about his story and enjoy some of the exquisite food that he has for us. Let's go in and see what he has to offer. Hello Chef Kunal, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Abu Dhabi. How has the experience been here?
Wonderful. I think I've lost count of how many times I've been to Dubai and Abu Dhabi now, and each time that I come, I see so much of progress that happens within the city.
Right.
And these are good times, positive times where you see so much of peace. In the city. There is so much of excitement with every kind of festival that happens. Like Diwali has gone by.
Yes.
It was crazy. And I already see Christmas decorations up.
Coming up, yes.
So, one after the other, this city is in many ways does not sleep and really knows how to enjoy.
Yeah. One interesting thing which our audiences would know about Pincode is, so you actually started the first one in Dubai, then आपने India में शुरू किया, and then now you've come to Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
So it's a very interesting concept that you started. And when we look at the exquisite food that we have over here, I can see parts of India and very well represented. तो मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि जब आप ऑथेंटिक फूड रिप्रेजेंट करते हो ऑन एन इंटरनेशनल ऑडियंस, बिकॉज अ प्लेस लाइक दिस you have people from all walks of life who have different expectations of Indian food. So in a way you're representing India on the plate as well. जो आपके ingredients होते हैं, how do you source those ingredients from India for these particular dishes, or how does it work for you to, because the tastes are very authentic?
Well, the key to doing a good meal or a good dish or a good recipe are your right ingredients, right quality, procured at the right time as well.
Right.
So, thankfully with Dubai, because there is such a huge Indian diaspora and the Emiratis, they love Indian food, you do not really struggle as a chef in order to get the kind of ingredient that you're looking for in your dish. So even if, जैसे मुझे एक particular brand का सरसों का तेल चाहिए, कोलू के बैल वाला,
Okay.
वो भी मिल जाएगा. So
अच्छा.
that's the beauty of this place, that you have some very good suppliers who have been doing this for ages now, and it just becomes easy. And with Indian food, the thing is that even a simple chai, like kadak chai, will have chai ka masala, which will have 5 or 7 different masalas. So,
True.
So to speak that in a way our cuisine is not simple. It is, I'm not saying it's complex, but it involves a whole lot of ingredients in a simple thing like a chai. Just imagine a curry.
Yes, true.
So for a good Indian restaurant, the idea is that you get your ingredient right. At the same time, you don't have to, like we personally, we don't tone down any flavors, barring the salt and the heat.
Correct.
Those are the only 2 things we like to tweak, and we otherwise like to keep things as is.
As spicy and as nice as well. How did you come up with the name Pincode? And क्या reference है उसका? Because obviously we've seen Pincode in Dubai, which has been doing well. Congratulations on that as well. We're completing 1 year, and Abu Dhabi is already off to a great start. So the name Pincode, मतलब जब आप Pincode name देते हो, it has nothing to do with a restaurant or food. It's completely different. So how did you come up
I'll
with
tell you that.
Pincode?
You're from India.
Yes.
Okay. What is your pin code at back home?
40013.
Okay. The most famous place in India, one of the most famous places, Agra, Taj Mahal.
Yes.
What is the pin code?
No idea.
No idea. Exactly. So the thing is, in the pre-maps era, pin code was very critical in order to reach a place or reach out to somebody through letters,
Yes.
through telegram.
पिन कोड हमेशा एनवेलप में लास्ट में लिखते थे.
आपका पिन कोड गलत हो गया तो वो गलत पोस्ट ऑफिस चली जाएगी.
Yes, yes.
So and everybody would remember 1 or 2 pin codes that were very close to them.
Correct.
तो आपने अब जो पिन कोड बोला, वो आपकी पूरी जिंदगी, चाहे आपने वो घर जिस घर में पैदा हुए थे उसके बाद कहीं शिफ्ट हुए थे, वो पिन कोड हमेशा आपको याद
रहती है.
So what we're trying to connect with Pincodes is that there are certain memory, there's a certain resemblance or a certain recollection of a place that is involved.
True.
And most often than not, wherever you've been, wherever you worked, wherever you've stayed, you have certain memories of the place through food as well. So what we're trying to do is, let's say when we say Delhi Che, thanks to the movie, everybody knows it's
Delhi
Old Delhi.
6, yeah.
Old Delhi, Delhi Che mein Parathe Wali Gali is very famous.
Yeah.
It's known for its food. So with every street, nook, corner, it could be denoted by a certain dish that is very popular in that area.
Gotcha.
So, simply put, if you pick up some random pin codes from across India, when I say random, it's well researched, but random for everybody else, that this,
Yeah.
You put them together, you've got a menu ready. So,
interesting.
What pin code signifies is dishes from different parts of India.
That's amazing.
What you see in front of you is Darjeeling momos. So this is quintessentially what the Nepalese Indian diaspora in India.
Yes, West Bengal, Assam, Northeast, वो सब के साइड
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So ये वो है और इसके साथ जो डिप है इसके अंदर है डले खुरसानी. Dale is a variety of chili. Khursani means chili. So that is what you will find in Darjeeling, Siliguri, the northern part of West Bengal. This particular chili dip which we've got for you.
Interesting.
And then if you shift focus, all of a sudden आप कहेंगे अच्छा यार ये तो मतलब आप बर्गर
रखे हैं.
Exactly. Hamburger दे दो. Which is not a thing, but if you go to Kanpur, it's very interesting that all of your street foods, जो आपके कबाब हैं, उनके साथ रुमाली या पराठा या रोटी ना आके
रुमाली रोटी और सब बन देते हैं.
बन देते हैं. तो कानपुर के बन कबाब बहुत फेमस है. Also because at some point in history, if you go back, जब अंग्रेज भी वहाँ पर थे, तो वहाँ पर इंडस्ट्री बहुत अच्छी चलती है.
करेक्ट.
लेदर की थी और बाकी सब चीजें थी. तो वहाँ पर जब लोग काम पर होते थे, उनको क्विक बाइट अगर चाहिए स्नैक के लिए, तो कबाब लिया, अपने टिक्की ली या जो भी लिया, उसको बन में भर के खाया और चलते.
Correct, like how vada pav was born in
Exactly. जो मिल्स के साथ हुआ कि मिल वर्कर्स needed
they want quick snacks.
वही काठी उसी तरीके से बनी कलकत्ता में, जब जो बाबू थे, जो उनको फटाफट कोई ब्रेक मिली, रोटी के अंदर उन्होंने थोड़ी सैलेड डाली, मीट डाला, रोल किया, and that was how the kathi was born.
Interesting.
So, until date, you go to Kanpur, you cannot miss bun kebab because it's everywhere, like everywhere.
Right.
We've got that on our menu.
Amazing.
And then you have a very interesting snack or a meal, however you put it, which is dal pakwan, which is a very typical Sindhi dish.
Okay.
So where the pakwan is this thin matri looking like bread.
Yeah, that almost looks like matri. Yeah.
Yes. So this is called pakwan.
Okay.
And this is a chana dal, which has been cooked with ghee and jeera.
I can imagine the taste.
And chutney and the kachumbar salad. This is how typically it's had कि you mix everything इसके ऊपर डाल के तोड़ के.
Oh yes, उसको फिर पूरा snacks करके फिर आप जो ऐसे करके उसको जो खाते हो. And it's presented authentically and it's presented really well.
Yeah.
मतलब आपका वो street food का taste भी है, but it's presented in a very nice and an opulent space as well.
So in one shot, if you see on this table, you've gone from Nubra Valley, which is in Ladakh, to Darjeeling, to Kanpur, to Delhi ki chaat, to Sindh ke dal pakwan, to something from my home.
Yes, this looks very interesting. What is this?
So this is दूध वाली bread. I don't know.
Okay.
आप दिल्ली से?
नहीं, Bombay से.
Bombay से, sorry. So दिल्ली के अंदर ना, it's a very Punjabi thing. Was used to be. अब आजकल तो I don't see that very often. As kids, you were given दूध वाली bread, which was essentially आपकी sliced bread को तोड़ के या उसको हल्का सा घी के साथ
टोस्ट
करके दूध
मतलब जैसे हम लोग दूध ब्रेड बोलते हैं. Like most of cuisines is from Ranchi in Jharkhand because I'm from Ranchi. So दूध bread and गुड़ हमारे घर में एक बहुत like it's a nice snack of a meal dinner नहीं करने का मन कर रहा है. So this is something like that.
That is exactly that.
Oh, okay, interesting. So and it's so well represented. I mean, you guys have to really see the love and effort that's gone into all of these things. Really, it's nostalgia and. Very well put together. What's the secret that's hiding here?
Oh, so this is a very old style brass tiffin from South. Yeah, absolutely, from south of India.
Okay.
And you often hear things like tiffin sambar, tiffin. आप खाना खाओगे फिर आपके अंदर power आएगी.
ओके हाँ ये नीचे से खुलेगी या जो हम टिफिन जो हम स्कूल में जैसे लेके जाते थे फॉर एग्जांपल
हम लोग तो फिर भी प्लास्टिक के लेके जाते थे, फिर रिमेंबर प्लास्टिक के टिफिन बॉक्स आ गए।
यस
बट ये मेटल के ओल्ड स्टाइल होते थे जो ऑफिसेज में जाते थे, एंड वहां पर ना साउथ में यू स्टिल फाइंड टिफिन सिस्टम, जो अब ऑब्वियसली इट्स बीन रिप्लेस्ड बाय ऑनलाइन डिलीवरीज एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, बट टू अ वेरी लार्ज एक्सटेंट देयर यूज्ड टू बी दिस टिफिन बिजनेस दैट यूज्ड टू हैपन, जो आपको टिफिन आता था जी, आपका ये खाना है, जैसे बॉम्बे में यू हियर टिफिन,
यस
डब्बा वालास,
correct.
So this tiffin thing is very typically from Tamil Nadu, which
okay, interesting.
we've now gone to the chettinad cuisine, where this is a chicken chettinad or a paneer chettinad, depending upon what you're ordering, with a malabar paratha and a salad. So that kind of
it's like a full meal जो पूरा वो देते हो. Amazing. So you basically got all the best parts of India and you've presented it on a plate as well.
Yeah.
You know, it looks great कि आपने कैसे सब चीज़ achieve किया है. But I'm sure from a running perspective point of view, like how did you find the talent which would deliver on what your vision for this place was? And of course, you know, sourcing the right talent, because you are not going to be representing the brand. It's your people that are going to be representing your brand. How difficult was that, or how easy was that to find that in a city like Abu Dhabi?
Well, I think with the manpower, which is the most crucial link for success for a restaurant, because it's a people kind of a business where your people are everything. They run everything from cooking to serving to experience to everything.
Yeah.
So it's the most crucial part, and it's the most difficult part to train and keep them motivated. So it's an ongoing cycle, and fortunately, unfortunately, 24 years teaches you a lot, and you make a lot of mistakes and you learn from them.
True.
And you try and understand that this is how you need to have a map for your human resource.
Gotcha.
So we've been fortunate enough that, you know, in the last so many years, I've worked with a lot of different chefs. Okay. So I have this nice, good community of people who have worked with me and who are eager to come back if there is a good opportunity. And a place like Galleria Mall in Abu Dhabi with this brand new Pincode, I think I didn't have to struggle much, to be honest, touch wood.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And if someone were to come into your restaurant today, you know, what are the top 2 or top 3 dishes which you would personally like? That, you know, if there's a very important person that's coming, like you have to have these 3. What would the top 3 be from your end?
I think for the vegetarians, definitely try the potato spiral chaat. It's crispy fried potatoes with lots of chaat, chutney, lots of namkeen on top and a ragda on the bottom.
Okay.
That's a show stealer. We also have something called chaat hummus, which is basically, you know, if I can say pin code of UAE, because there is no pin code per se.
Yes, there's no PO
but
box.
to denote the place where we are, we've made a beautiful dip, or like a medze, cold medze, where you have hummus along with lots of chaat flavors and chutney.
Okay.
Served with baked papdi, which makes an excellent chaat altogether.
Amazing.
If you're a non-vegetarian, you should definitely try chicken momos. Chicken Darjeeling style chicken kothe momos, which are very different from dim sums or the pot stickers.
Because usually here, when you crave that momos, it's usually you ask for momos, but it actually turns out to be dim sums.
Yes.
But you're like, nahi, mujhe wo momo chahiye, you know, that proper Delhi ka thing. Because I've spent good time in Delhi as well, and there it's like, you're right, everybody wants to have different type of momos, and I think that this looks more to what you have in mind as well. So that's really well done as well.
Yeah, so that definitely try the milk toast, because it's a very warm, very comforting, very satisfying dessert.
Right.
We kind of finish it onto the table, so it has its own story as well. With you know, this is a recipe. Obviously, we've kind of deconstructed the entire thing.
Correct. Yeah.
But typically, the recipe is from my home. My grandmother used to serve it to all the kids.
Oh,
when
interesting.
We were in Delhi, and you know, winters आती है ना, सर्दी होती है, तो सर्दी के वक्त ये गर्मा गर्म देते थे. गर्मियों में ठंडी सर्व होती थी.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chef. I mean, it's so, now that I see all the food and I know the story behind it, that really gives a lot of essence, you know, the amount of love and thought that's been done up. And, you know, as our audience would see, the place is also done up exceptionally well. Tell us more about the design for the place. It looks very royal, very opulent. And, you know, it's just done perfect. But you've not gone overboard with it, and you've not left any options as well. Because, like I said, you're representing India to the international space. It's beautifully decorated. How did that concept come through for you as well?
I think with Pincode, because we are a pan-Indian restaurant, it's important to showcase the different aspects of India,
Right.
where the aesthetics, if you see, are quite modern,
Yeah.
but the artwork on the walls and across the restaurant, that kind of blends into the modernity of the place.
True.
And that kind of brings out a essence or a certain era, which
Yes.
which you kind of, even if you're not an Indian and you don't relate to a certain art, but when you see it, the
You
art
know
is
it's
so
Indian.
captivating
Yeah.
that you kind of make that thing in your head and this is must be there, this is what it is, this is how it is.
Correct.
So it's very interactive, and this interaction, when you interact with art, it's very silent for the anybody around you, because you're just
True.
interacting with the art, and there's a lot of conversation that happens in your mind.
You just see it, and there's a whole journey for that.
Yes,
as well.
and you're already into that journey. You're riding that. You look at that painting. This
Yeah.
looks like a medieval. Guy. This one. This is the dress. But he's somebody else. This. So
Something else.
there's so much of conversation with you, which is beautiful. So it's a little mesmerizing. You kind of interact with the art, whether it's on the walls or whether it's the table. Let's say
Yes, these
the
tables
inlay work
also.
that you see.
Yeah.
It's very intricate work, which is a very
Correct.
typical style of. You find this in Rajasthan and Agra. So if you see
interesting.
Taj Mahal में भी ना, जब मार्बल के अंदर inlay work मार्बल का है.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that
yes,
checkered
that's all.
वाला है, ये wood में है. So this is
Okay.
from Rajasthan, that's from Agra.
Okay.
Chessboard की तरह जो बना है,
हाँ.
one table takes about 6 weeks to
Just
start
one
it. Just
table?
one table.
Wow.
And normally your regular tables, like in a week you'll make like 10
of those, yeah. No, there's definitely, attention to details. Like even these mini pardas that you've seen as well, like that stuff is very unique as well. Well, thank you so much for spending so much time with us and really, I think, taking through us history of what the food and everything else is. And, now I can see all the love that's coming into the food. So can't wait to dine in, and all the very best. It looks very, very exciting.
Thank you.
And I think that's about it. Thank you so much
Brilliant.
for spending
Thank you so
time.
much, buddy.
Thank you.